Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. In this video, I will demonstrate how to swap out a receiver in one of our enclosures. So today we'll be swapping out the Trimble Netter 9 for a Septentrio Polar RX5. And obviously here is the Netter 9. This is our comms device, and we'll be utilizing the back panel. Step one is always to turn off the breakers, just because we are dealing with power on the back panel. So we'll do the load first, and then the battery and the solar. So that way we don't have any power, in theory, running through the back panel. All right, next step is to remove the receiver. And this is our GPS cable. And twist that off. Next is the Netter 9 power cable. You can use this little loop to pull that right out. And we have our Ethernet communications cable as well. So we'll remove all those. Because we're swapping for a different power cable, we'll need to remove this as well. You can use a flathead screwdriver and just slide that into that little gap there. You want to push from the bottom and then push upwards to open. As you push upwards, it will open that gap there. So you slide that in. And this requires a certain amount of force and two hands to disconnect the negative and the positive. And then that cable is now removed. We can install the power cable for the Polar RX5. This power cable comes with the ground is the green color. The power is the red with the blue. It's always a good idea to twist these up. Ideally, if you could solder just to tin these wires together, that makes it a lot easier. This orange cable is the on-off switch, and we oftentimes just snip that off the side using scissors or a pair of wire cutters, like so. You can cut that off at the base. And make sure to secure it with some additional electrical tape. There we go. And occasionally, because these wires are so small and thin, it is, again, nice to tin them. And always, whenever you install a wire in one of these back panels, do a little tug test to make sure that it's installed properly. I also like to utilize the cable management tray that is up here, and we can quickly remove that. Slide this cable up in here, just to keep things neat and tidy where they're supposed to be. There we go. And then we take our receiver, our Septentrio Polar RX5. Our GPS port is here. On this side, we have our power and our Ethernet, and those are the cables we'll be utilizing today. If we do have a meteorological pack, we often use COM2 there. So first we'll install the GPS cable. Just twist that on. And then next, again, all the Septentrio cables have these LEMO connectors, very specialized, so we will not be utilizing the Ethernet cable here that we did with the Netter 9. Plug the Ethernet cable into the RV50 or comms device, the modem. The LEMO Ethernet LEMO connector is right there, Ethernet. Make sure the red dot faces up, like that. And same with the power cable. You always want to put the power cable on last when all the other cables have been installed. All right, and there we go. All done. Thank you for watching.